Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining the weekly upstream marketing team working group under SIG contributor experience. We are working under the umbrella of Kubernetes, so per usual, stick to our code of conduct. In short, be kind to each other. And we are meeting on October 2nd. It's a fresh month. Let's just be very optimistic about what we're going to do and how we're only a couple months away from things happening with the next KubeCon. I don't have an update there. I'm just excited because we've got some things cruising. But the agenda today, same structure as usual. So kind of start with, has anything major happened? Anything that we should celebrate as a big win for our marketing efforts? I noticed there's quite a bit of activity in the tweet bot, the contributing tweet.
I was going to ask about that. So I mentioned, I don't know when it came out last week, but like TechCrunch had an article about API key switchery going on in Twitch. I was wondering, or not Twitch, Twitter, and I was wondering if we were hit by that. And I'll find the article just for everybody because I literally just saw it this morning.
Right. Sure. Okay. We'll just add that to the agenda. We don't want to jump right into it. All right.
Yeah,
so we've got some new people here, aka just Joe, who a few of us know and love. So just so you know, we'll go through our standard agenda of running through editorial and bots. And if you have anything you want to add to it, speak up and we'll just tag that in. But it's really fun to kind of celebrate or to start with celebration. So I think it's cool to see. I saw people that weren't us using the contributor tweets process in order to get tweets out, which I think is one step closer to helping Kubernetes community members contribute to their own conversation. So hat tip Rajula for getting that to a state where people could use it, man. That's really impressive. And for those that help with the README, I know Kaslin was involved, and Suresh, really looking forward to continuing our conversation with your work because your extension of that will help with the multiple time zones, help Piyush and connect the dots so that we can get the word out. So thank you all for that. That's awesome. Cool. All right. Anything else come to mind for people? Yeah, I think given the news of the rest of the world, it's been a little bit of a quieter week for us. Cool, rolling into editorial. So we keep an editorial board running in Kubernetes. These are backlog of ideas and claimed ideas, things that people want to write about and get the word out about. The only new addition is a review process. I was asked to do a grammar/tech review of becoming a technical lead. So I'm working with Sasha, sorry about that, who wrote that up and is getting that into the community repository. And then he wants to convert the very, very matter-of-fact documented outline of what that role is. He wants to convert that into more of a storytelling blog post. So that's the next step on that one. And that kind of just came through our Slack. So one of those signs where if you get tagged on enough stuff, like interesting ideas will pop up because people want your help. So that's the only news I have there. Any other articles or things that need to be written up or ideas that we should be writing down? Might be worth adding as well. We do, there are two main places in which we kind of help facilitate storytelling. There's the Kubernetes.io. That blog is managed by the blog sub-team, but we are in collaboration with them, help get stories through. So we've been doing some SIG profiling of interviewing SIG leads and finding interesting ways to tell a narrative. It's a great way to get an article out on that, get your name on the Kubernetes blog. And now with the Kubernetes.dev, the contributor site, we're always thinking of new angles. There's nothing happening on that blog yet, but talking to Bob, who got that off the ground, there's a lot of opportunity for us to tell stories from a different angle of like, you're already a contributor, or how do you navigate being a contributor? It could be like the day-to-day life of any of our work.
I have a quick question, Matt.
Please.
How do we write blogs in this Kubernetes.dev? Should we again raise a PR for this, or like?
Yeah, we're breaking new ground. So I think you could start with, I would probably start with an issue to the contributor site where we want to say what the blog would be about. But my understanding is let me just look at their structure. Hey, actually, Chris Short, do you know if the contributor site it's just another Hugo site, right? With the same sort of structure? I take it he walked away. Content. Yeah, so Suresh, yeah, I think we would do it the same way we do on Kubernetes/community, which not assuming you know that, but the Kubernetes-sig/contributor-site is the community repo for the dev site. And we'd open an issue, say like what the blog post is about, so that we can track it. And then the workflow is, I'll be honest, it's a little bit of a mess. Like ultimately we need to get to Hugo compatible markdown formatting, which I know you're comfortable with. The process we've been doing to get there, we've been going down to get there, is open a Google Doc, outline what you're going to write about, and ask people to comment in there to kind of get that first rev. And then once we get closer to a final rev, convert that to markdown and submit a PR.
Okay.
Also, if that's not documented, man, that's a hopefully something we can document. I think Caslin was doing some work there. Yeah, we'll look into that. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, sure. Let me see, like, let me go into the repo and check. So if there's anything to be done from my end, like to document this process, I'll try to do it.
That would be awesome. Okay, great. Yeah, if you check out our subfolder in the community repo, Caslin put together some guidelines for writing a good blog post, or like getting that through our system. If there's any, I think we've added a new layer with this contributor site, and no one's really claimed like what the blog is for it yet. I'm just going to keep socializing that I think it's a great place for us to share tips and tricks of being contributors, since it's so tricky to navigate. We all have stumbling blocks along the way. So either in our documentation, or if you decide to write a blog about how to blog, I think that would be very meta and appropriate.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Any questions or comments there?
I think it's a Hugo site, like you said, you just have to make a PR and the markdown.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess just to ask, I mean, seeing the kind of content we publish on Kubernetes.io, very user-centric and like full-length stories, does the idea of having these kind of contributor-oriented first-person narrative type stories of like, here's how I got started contributing, here's something I recommend setting up so that you can contribute more effectively. Do you think that kind of storytelling would be a good thing that we should help pursue?
Is this distinction specified anywhere in written somewhere? Oh
no, I'm completely making this up as I go. I pitched it to Bob and he liked it, but yeah, I think we could. It's one of those things where like it's just a theory right now. If we want to put it into practice, we can, but like I don't think we should document it until we try it out. Okay. Yeah, I've definitely grown to believe that content on like a community org like this it really benefits from experimentation to see if people show up. But if it sits, I'm more interested, like, would that be something you would read, Rujula? If like, yeah, what's something that you need to read about how to contribute? That would be helpful.
I think it's a good place to put all that stuff. Like, how does someone start? How did he start? Like, did they have any experiences? Who helped them?
Yeah. Cool. Cool. All right. Yeah, we'll cross that. So just know that's available to you. Hey, Kaslin. If anyone wants to talk about like their experience becoming a contributor, yeah, I would like to really socialize that. I think that would be a great way to grow that website and grow the awareness of that website by having good stories. Like, yeah, maybe October is a little bit busy, but maybe as like we roll into the quieter holiday season, we could think of some sort of campaign, like a pitch to Kubernetes contributors, like, hey, write down these things and we'll help groom that into articles, and we'll get this huge set of stories of like how you became a contributor. I think that could be a really fun series.
Right. So basically, we have this meet our contributors, right? That kind of a thing.
Yeah, we've got the Meet Our Contributor site. It's Kubernetes.dev or K8s.dev. And on that site, there is a blog. It currently doesn't have any scope. Like, no one's decided what are we doing with this blog. I'm encouraging us to think of that as exactly the same scope as why we have a contributor site, which is to complement the user stories that we have on Kubernetes.io and make contributor stories. Like, how do I contribute? How did I get started contributing? What is a trick I set up in my dot files or in GitHub so that I could contribute? Or how am I contributing without coding? Like, that is a question people ask themselves daily when it comes to Kubernetes. So, you know, Joe, as you find the niche that you want to fit into here, like, that would be an incredible story to capture.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense. We do have the we are planning meet our contributors for APEC, right? That's part of the APEC efforts. I mean, I can share the form we have that we are asking contributors to fill, and probably that can help in shaping the questions in a better way.
Yeah, please do.
So is there any way like to pull up the report from GitHub who contributed? I mean, most number of commits or like most number of issues. So
yeah, we've got
stats.
that in dev stats.
Yeah, there's dev stats, and then there's individual repo insights that have GitHub APIs for that.
So if you can pull up these reports on a weekly basis and then put it up on the Kubernetes.dev, like, you know, this contributor of the week, or like, you know. Yeah,
oh, I see what you're saying. That's cool.
Yeah. So
this is like a great idea.
Yeah.
This is like you know, appreciating the people, or like giving the appreciation for their contribution or recognition, you can say.
Yeah, we really appreciate this week's like top 5 or whatever contributors, right? Like, it's just, you know, every week or every 2 weeks or whatever, we just do that. Yeah. Whatever the cadence is, maybe it's the month, who knows?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's a very unique idea. You know, kind of reinforces a contributor narrative, but from a community angle, we'd want to get some other perspectives on there from the contribX leads, because we don't want to reinforce patterns if they're not desirable. So like, yeah, just get some other people to weigh in on it. But I think that's like it's a fun theme to pursue, and something maybe we can get into a flow where that article pretty much writes itself and we get to a regular cadence of content. That'd be really cool. All right. That's a form. Okay. Thanks for sharing, Piyush. Any other questions? Yeah.
Do we know, like, I know there's been discussion in other communities about like, are leaderboards helpful or harmful in terms of, you know, like what about highlighting things like this was a really valuable contribution as a one-off, like this was like, I'm guessing if we pick through the contributors to Kubernetes, many of them will be people who are paid to work on Kubernetes.
Right.
Whereas could we focus on like, this person works with Kubernetes, but they're not paid to work on Kubernetes and they contributed this valuable thing, or, you know, like a series that looks at those, like we want to encourage people to contribute regardless of whether they're part of the 20% that do 80% of the work.
That could be a whole thing by itself too. And then if we wanted to make the leaderboard post thing a little more less leaderboardy, we could include particular shout outs too for the month, right? Like that would, because we have a shout outs channel, Joe, that we do like tweets every week for. And like we could include some of that content too in the leaderboard post, maybe to kind of like help level it, maybe.
Yeah. Because I think that
like your idea is fantastic, right? Like I like that idea of like, this person's not paid to work on case. They're 100% volunteering their time. Like having that kind of highlight is awesome.
Yeah. I'll try to start paying attention to what contributions are actually coming in and see if I can figure out any, or if anybody else sees one where they're like, yeah, this is
I bet Paris probably could help us figure that out.
Who? I'm sorry.
Paris Pittman. We can ask.
I do not know the full cast of characters just yet. So
that's
totally fine, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think, and it's also kind of nice to see it with fresh eyes. So like keep an eye on that yourself a bit and see if you start to see a pattern worth capturing. What's great is that there's no content yet, so it's all a good idea. Like we can fill in the gaps.
Something I could write pretty quickly and easily if we're just looking for content would be, you know, something from what I learned about contributing to open source as a non-technical contributor. So, you know, it took me a long time to basically work up the, you know, to feel like I could contribute to open source projects. Like the first time I started wading into Fedora or CloudStack was a little bit like, all of these other people are hugely technical, and like all of the systems that we use are geared around technical contributors. So sort of a, yes, you can do this even if you are not a master of Git or all of these other tools.
We do a lot of that with the new contributor workshop content. It'd be good to get you in the SIG Contribex channel and working with those folks, like pulling snippets out of that and turning it into blog posts. That could be good too, right? Like, because we do have sections about like, this is Git, right? Like, this is the minimum, you know, this is what you have to do to get onboarded, right? Like, you could probably do a very, very popular, right? Like onboarding yourself into the Kubernetes organization, right? Like this is what you have to do kind of thing, blog post. Because it's not necessarily spelled out anywhere in any great detail.
I am aware of this because it took me a bit of hunting to find this channel.
It's in GitHub, yes, but GitHub's discoverability is hot garbage. We know that, right?
A bit of context on that. We're working on creating video versions of all of the new contributor workshop content. Beautiful. We're also hoping to have text versions, basically, of all of the content, hopefully available on GitHub. I think there might be a couple of sections still open, and I think there are some open issues around creating text versions of the content. So you might be interested in this. I'm supposed to be doing a couple of them. So
I would be especially interested in the text versions. I'm old and prefer reading. And also I have a face for radio, so I'd be much happier writing. So
You also
Yeah,
have the
we got
booming
that
voice.
feedback as we were talking about it that people would love to have text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's really cool, Caslin. Where should one go to follow up on that?
I will put a link in the Zoom once I go find it, but there
Is it a channel or?
I think it's so there's issues that are following it. You can talk about it in the SIG Contribx channel. We have meetings bi-weekly on Mondays currently about it. There's going to be another meeting popping up about it for the other time zone because we didn't need another time zone meeting and now we do. So that was this week though. So if you wanted to just ping in the Contribx channel about wanting to help with that, people would be very excited.
I dropped a link in chat for you, Joe.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And I'll go find the GitHub links for the set of issues around that.
That'd be great. And I am in the Contribx channel, so I think I'm just JZB. Feel free to tag me.
Perfect. Yeah, and if you find that this could be a happy place for you to spend time, we can get you tagged in the group tag, the contributor comms, and kind of start syncing you in. It's a slow but sure asynchronous out of order operation, but it'll be a blast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you signed the CLA, the contributor license agreement and everything, Joe?
I think so.
Okay.
Don't you have to do that to get into the Kube Slack?
I think so. Ooh, maybe not.
Not to get into Slack, to get into
Oh.
the Kubernetes GitHub org, yes. So I'll send you some of that info too.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can do that out of band
Yeah,
here.
I'll do that out of band. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Awesome. Very cool
All right.
ideas. All right, saving some time for probably our favorite topic. What bots do we have going on? So for context, we've been trying to connect the dots between different Slack channels and email and Twitter and all the things. So been slowly introducing new tooling. The happiest of which is the contributor tweets. But that also means we're using some API keys for Twitter. So maybe this is a good time to jump back into what you were saying, Chris.
Yeah, I was wondering if we got bit by that issue they were having at Twitter.
Did you get an email about it, Chris?
So none of us are attached to the email for.
No, I've got the link for it right here.
Oh, you do?
So yeah, apparently there was some Twitter developer keys exposed and they might have had to rotate ours. I'm hoping that wasn't the case.
I guess we've been able to tweet, haven't we?
Yeah, so if we're
I
able to
haven't
tweet,
heard
we're
anything
good.
about it, so
No.
I mean,
Okay.
I saw the news as you did,
Okay.
and I was wondering if something was going to happen, but I haven't seen anything. So
Okay, cool. So we're probably good.
probably.
Or we
Great.
can just replace the keys just to be safe.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I was wondering if we should.
I think that might be a good
Yeah.
idea if we want to be super proactive. Yeah, why not?
Okay. And who has access to log into
I do, but who else does?
Caslin?
Caslin
Yeah,
does.
you, me, Paris, and I think there might be one or two other people, but
Yeah.
mainly just you, me, and Paris. I think.
That's
I
perfect.
think Paris
and
knows
Rajula,
the full list.
yeah. Rajula, where are we keeping the key?
We just put it in a GitHub secret. So we just have to change the secret in GitHub.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. I forgot they have native secrets. That's really handy.
Yeah. Thank you, GitHub.
Yeah, great to know.
Yeah. You mean don't just push it into the repo? When I was learning Git, I completely did that.
Everybody has exposed. If you've been working long enough, everybody's exposed something they shouldn't have. An Amazon key, a GitHub secret, something. Yeah.
I know
Cool.
someone who accidentally did that, and apparently there are people who like have bots that scan for those.
I've been
So-
detected by. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that can be very problematic.
Yeah. Okay. So it sounds like is this something we can probably just do in real time right now? Like
I'm logging into the dashboard right now.
okay, Chris to reset key. and DM the new key to Rajula.
Sounds about right. They changed their UI, of course, so I got to go find it.
I believe in you.
I know. I believe in me too.
Great. Anything else bot-wise that we had in progress that we want to talk about? Suresh, I know you had a proof of concept on scheduling bot. I don't know if we want to pick up on that thread.
Scheduling bot for what?
Scheduling tweets.
SIG of the week tweets.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I have prepared like a list of all the SIGs, and in my Excel sheet, and I also prepared the a kind of format, like
cool.
how we can create. Yeah. So maybe I can share this link with you. The link. I just shared the link with you on the chat.
Mm-hmm. Adding it to the.
Yeah. So if you go to the sheet 2.
Ooh, looks like we need some access.
Oh.
Yep, I requested access, I guess.
Yeah, if you want
to do it that way, people can just
We're
request.
gonna get like 100. Yeah.
Let me see that.
Oh, Rajula doesn't have access to update the GitHub secret? That's not good.
Oh, infra?
Is that an infra thing? Dagnabbit.
Yeah, because it's in the SIG
Yeah.
org.
Shoot. All right.
We could get Bob. Bob could do it.
Yeah, I know. But where's Bob?
I think this link should work. The second link.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you just
okay.
changed the permission, so we all have view access now.
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, hot damn.
So the sheet 1 is like list of the SIGs, and sheet 2 is it's a format for the tweet, SIG of the week, and I've just like made a draft and then took the screenshot.
This is so cool.
Zoom meeting links and tweets. Do we?
Yeah,
really
no, I
want
think
that?
that's the only thing I think that we wanted to adjust based on feedback so far. I think Bob got a chance to watch your demo and requested that we don't have Zoom links, but we can point people to, I'm not sure, maybe the repository, wherever, or towards the calendar,
like their
so that they can
main.
go get it.
Yeah.
This we had. Sorry, I'm just saying we had this chat, I guess, last time. Bob was saying probably we can just direct them to the calendar, right?
Yeah.
KTS.dev for this calendar. Right?
Okay. Let me put this sheet in the issue tracker. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. This is really, really impressive. Suresh, thank you. Yeah, I think also, I mean, if you're going to get this involved in the social media, I think it'd be good to like officially tag you in as a social media team member. Just give you the visibility you deserve for the work you're doing.
Cool. Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think this is the right link to the calendar.
Okay.
But there's a shortened version of it somewhere too.
Right.
So
yeah, there's actually there's one at the top of
the doc.
Yeah. Oh no, it's only the embed one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We could get a pretty URL if you need it.
There's already one. I just got to find it. I know where it is in the repo too.
With the win.
There you go. Kates.dev/calendar makes perfect sense. Duh.
Oh, and that's also an excuse to get more page views on our contributor site. Oh man, I have been broken by marketing. Get the page views.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Oh,
no,
that's awesome.
Doing good work.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good stuff.
Cool. So what's a good follow-up item there? Okay. switch to calendar instead of Zoom link. Can I say, Suresh, do you want to take this kind of to a one-on-one conversation with Caslin on how to best figure out how to schedule it?
Sure.
Thanks, Caslin. Think of next steps. Schedule. That is really, really cool. Great. I love this. Great. Okay, we're not officially doing a SIG of the week thing yet, so that is an aspirational line item. We will get there very soon. But moving right along. Any calendar events that are important for us to hit this week into message?
Just a second, I'm just checking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no
checking
problem.
the calendar link that was just dropped in chat.
Yeah, I actually really like this new scrolly interface.
Like, we're thinking about doing this on several Red Hat pages now that we discovered the library. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, really, the list view is just so much nicer to quickly.
We don't have anything. I think one thing we have is the deadline for the elections. I think we got a
Yeah,
tweet about
Ooh,
it.
yeah, we need to tweet that.
that would be really cool.
I've been talking to
multiple
Bob about it.
times. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I was gonna try and do one yesterday, but I had a lot of stuff yesterday, so
Yeah.
I'll
You can always
try
tag
and
me.
draft something up today.
If you feel like it's time sensitive, you can always tag me. I can write a
Mhm.
tweet like that.
Good to know.
Fastest tweets in the East.
This side of the Mississippi.
It's just such a particular image of you as like a cowboy Twitter character. I love it. All right. Cool. Good call. Any drafts in progress that we need to look at? There's the working group naming intro from, Karthikeyan. That's on hold. You approve, look good to me.
They asked for first week of October, so I wasn't sure if that was this week or next week. I need to check back in.
Yeah, like who the heck?
Yeah.
That's a
that's a weird one. First full week.
there's so many.
Yeah.
There's so many approved, but it's on hold. Did the edit come in? That was
There
requested.
was one PR I opened. It was some request from Keops for Hacktoberfest, and then it was closed because of the Hacktoberfest spam PRs.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I think people started tagging us for tweets. I think we should start looking out in the Slack for those who tag us for tweets. I've seen a couple of them this week. Yeah, that's how I found this Hacktoberfest thing. Someone tagged us in a Slack.
Oh, great.
Oh.
Nice. Tagged us like.
Tagged us good. Tagged us bad. Like
no, tagged us and said they just tagged the contributor comps.
Right.
Tweet about it.
Okay, cool. So that got rolled up into all that.
Yeah.
Cool.
How did I miss that? Is the question.
Yeah,
I don't know how I missed that either.
Oh, I see. There you go. CC contributor comms. The new mentions and reactions link in Slack is a godsend for how busy ours is.
Okay, cool.
If you just click mentions and reactions, it even gives you like it shows you every time we've been tagged for the last forever.
That's amazing. Yes. Oh, somebody tag me some other thread. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I live here now. Very cool.
Okay. Awesome.
Thanks for keeping up with that. Yeah, I'm on a infrequent at best process there. All right, Suresh will work with Chasm on that. Karthikeyan has that one in, and sounds like Chasm's got next steps there. Interesting. This page is very, okay. Any other tweets to be discussed?
Can we try using the Slack bot for the election reminders? Just wondering to test it. Yeah.
I used it for, there was another tweet that I was talking with Bob about, which we used the Slack bot for, and we're planning to do it for the election reminders as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Great. Okay, looking through repos with contributor comms tagged, there's nothing in the website. There is quite a bit in community. Mostly tweet requests. So like, if this is getting, yeah, it's kind of all piling on a little bit. If you want to delegate or ask other people to tag in on stuff, Kathleen, that is completely fair. But there's, maybe we can just go one at a time and review the top few with the time we have. There's 5156 from Paris. Can we set up an automated method that we can tweet from the contributor's account every time we go live on the community YouTube?
Ooh, that should just be an automatic thing. You should just be able to link YouTube
That's
to Twitter.
the request.
All right. Okay. So I can actually do that right now.
How?
I have access to YouTube and I have access to the Twitter account.
Check it out. Yeah.
Okay. Let me go dive in there. Studio.youtube. Yeah, I'm on the YouTube team because I'm one of like the third string streamer. So yeah, I can dive in there, see what's going on.
All right. Great. All right, you can keep poking at that. And then periodic tweet and emails about SIGs from Suresh Palmoni. Okay.
Yeah, I think the same one.
It's the same one, SIG of the week.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. This is the work you're already doing.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Great. So this is coming along. Yeah. Maybe we can just an update. All right. New communication about the Slack reporter tool.
I think you can close it. I think we already did tweet about it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Given that we've tweeted a few times and have a don't have any copy for a blog post. I'll close this one for now. Either what? Happy to. Cool. Close.
Well, YouTube did not make this easy.
Yeah, I figured it. There's probably a mechanism, but I bet it's not non-trivial.
Yeah, I'm still looking.
Okay.
I have no fear.
Document storytelling process. I think it was the last one that was on my mind today. I think you started, this is 4780. Did we ever get something? This was assigned to me. I didn't ever do this.
Whoops.
Yeah, I started a draft of this and then I got really busy. So
yeah, we still want to work on this. sorry, bots. We're going to remove life cycle.
Where was the request for the YouTube thing? Did they actually put in like any instructions or where it might be? Or did
God,
they
no.
just no? Okay.
No, it's Paris. You just said like, do we want
Do
this?
it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It might actually end up being a third-party service that we might have to integrate. Which is easy enough to do. It's free, right? But like, I feel like I would need to reach out on that one because it is giving access to the YouTube account to another service.
Or can you just do a scheduled tweet on TweetDeck every week, every month for a given time?
Yeah, that might be easier, maybe.
It
I don't
can.
know.
I've been thinking that maybe I need to come up with a bot that like has a
Autobot.
selection of
Yeah.
wordings of a specific tweet and can just tweet one on a given time. I've been thinking about that. So, because I need to do that with the, I don't need to, but I would like to do that with the calendar every week as well. So there's the calendar, there's that. So there could be a use case there.
Oh, like a command line utility type thing, like that has a template and just fills in the details.
I'm thinking like, I guess it would have to have a template for the date if we want to put that in. I was thinking like a few different tweets, like make sure you check out your favorite SIGs meetings this week. Have you checked out the calendar recently? Here's the calendar, you know, just like wording it slightly differently so that it's not as boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. What were we saying?
I'm just saying it's a good use case. Probably can explore doing something on this. Yeah.
Cool.
And I'm just going to update the tweet every time we go live. Chris found that there's no native mechanism that will tweet when you go live.
But we can use Streamlabs.
There are third-party tools, Streamlabs. If the team wants to do so. Alternatively, we stick with the scheduled tweets.
What issue number is that, by the way?
5156.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. Feels like covers the bases pretty well. Anything on people's minds before we wrap up for this week's meeting? Good deal. Well, with that, thank you all. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, no matter what you're doing or where you are. And see you next time. Stay safe.
Stay safe, everyone.
Yeah.